Hello dear learners, I am Dr. Neeraj Patharkar from Department of Management. Today we will be discussing about role of development organizations. Earlier we have studied the role of regulatory institutions in India. These development organizations, they also have a significant role. They are basically responsible for promoting the entrepreneurship in our country, because we know that unemployment problem is a very serious issue in our country and we need to get a solution in this area. So, for that the development organizations established by the central and state government have a very important role. These development organizations, they are responsible for imparting training and development facilities to entrepreneurs so that their knowledge, skills and attitude can be improved. These organizations are also responsible for ensuring the upliftment of rural and backward areas by providing entrepreneurial development facilities so that balanced regional growth can be possible. The Government of India has established several promotional and developmental institutions which are operating various programs to help entrepreneurs in the field of marketing, finance, research, technological and skill development, so that the entrepreneur can adjust themselves to the changing industry trends. We will see one by one various such development organizations which are giving services to entrepreneurs in our country. First, we will start with Small Industries Development Bank of India, popularly known as SIDBI. Established in 1990, it is a developmental financial institution headquartered at Lucknow, having its offices all over the country. Its purpose is to provide refinance facilities and short term lending to industries. It serves as the principal financial institution in the MSME sector. It plays a salutary role in the financial markets through credit extension and refinancing operation activities and cater to the long term financial requirements in industrial sector. It is active in the development of microfinance institutions in our country. Its promotion and development program focuses on rural enterprises, promotion and entrepreneurship development. It extends term loan assistance to banks, small finance banks and non-banking financial companies in our country, so that the finance can be provided to the needy, poor entrepreneurs which are living in urban, suburban and even in rural pockets in our country. So, it is a premier institution which is responsible for funding the entrepreneurs in our country. Next important organization is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, popularly known as NABARD. Established in 1982, it is one of the premier agencies providing developmental credit in rural areas. It is a specialized bank for agricultural and rural development in India. It looks after the development of the cottage industries, small scale industries and other rural industries. It regulates the institutions which provide financial help to the rural economy. It provides training facilities to the institutions working in the field of rural upliftment. It regulates and supervises the cooperative banks and the regional rural banks throughout the country. Thus, we can see that the role of NABARD is very significant in the agricultural and rural development of the country. India being an agricultural economy and majority of the India still is rural. So, the role of NABARD is very crucial in ensuring the entrepreneurial development throughout the country. Next organization is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, KVIC. Established in 1956, it is a premier organization which operates many schemes of employment in rural areas. It preserves the traditional art and crafts in India. It equips the artisans and craftsmen to take up the challenges of the modern market. It promotes the handicraft, khadi, village and cottage industry. It facilitates the supply of necessary inputs like raw materials, equipment, capital, etc. to the entrepreneurs residing in rural and suburban areas. It is also responsible for the development of market for these handicraft and traditional art and craft products in India as well as abroad. So, we see that KVIC plays a very important role for ensuring the growth and development of rural artisans and craftsmen in India. Next organization is MP Financial Corporation. Generally in India there is provision of state financial corporation. So, in the context of our state Madhya Pradesh, we will study MP Financial Corporation. Established in 1995, the main objective of this organization is to prepare a basic infrastructure for industrial development in the state of Madhya Pradesh. It is responsible for giving encouragement to industries based on new technologies. It also provides guarantee for payment of the cost of machines and modern plant to their suppliers. It also ensures quick industrial growth of the state by helping small and medium size industries. It is also responsible for underwriting issue of shares, loan, bonds, etc. It also provide easy loans without more formalities to new entrepreneurs so that they can initiate their entrepreneurial activities. It also helps entrepreneurs in the proper utilization of financial resources. Thus, this organization is responsible for strengthening the financial position of entrepreneurs. We know that finance is the lifeblood of business. So, entrepreneur they require finance at various stages. So, this organization in various states of India fulfill this requirement of entrepreneurs. Next organization is Small Industries Development Organization, popularly known as SIDO. Established in 1954, it is an apex body at central level for formulating policies for the development of small scale industries in the country. It provides extension and training services to first generation entrepreneurs. First generation entrepreneurs are those entrepreneurs who do not have any family background of doing any sort of business. So, they are raw, they are new, they know nothing about business. So, they need to be trained properly. So, this role is effectively discharged by SIDO. It also provides extended support through comprehensive plan for promotion of rural entrepreneurship in India. It prepares project profiles and feasibility reports for the entrepreneurs. We all know that there is immense importance of project report and feasibility report because it helps in ascertaining the profitability and economic viability of the business. Not only it helps the entrepreneur to gain the financial support from banking organization, but as we know that it is a very important planning and control tool also. So, this organization helps in preparation of project profiles and feasibility report. It also provides testing facilities or testing services and tool room facilities. Basically what happens, small entrepreneurs they do not have resources. So, they are not in a position to avail costly instruments. So, such facility is provided through testing labs and tool room which are maintained by CEDO. So, entrepreneurs can approach and they can do the testing of their products at concessional rates in these institutions. It also works for export promotion. By promoting the export oriented enterprises, CEDO is responsible for motivating entrepreneurs so that they can find new avenues in foreign markets and thus they can earn valuable foreign reserve for the country. Next organization is National Small Industries Corporation. Established in 1955, it is responsible for supply of machinery and equipments to small scale industries. It is also responsible for financing small scale industries through commercial banks. It arranges raw material for small entrepreneurs because at times small entrepreneurs they do not have access to raw material suppliers. So, this organization is instrumental in arranging raw materials for small entrepreneurs. It also provides marketing and technological support services to small scale industries in India. It also imparts training to entrepreneurs through workshop and seminars which are organized from time to time in different locations. It is also responsible for organizing trade fairs and exhibition which provides marketing platform to small entrepreneurs. It also helps in export marketing of products of small scale industries. As discussed earlier, small entrepreneurs they are not in a position to find customers in foreign markets. So, these organizations they are instrumental in creating market in foreign soil for such small entrepreneurs. This organization is also responsible for undertaking the construction of industrial estates in India. Industrial estates they are nothing but they are industrial area. For example, in the context of Bhopal we can say Mandideep or Govindpura, they are nothing but they are industrial area, or we can also term them as industrial estates which are properly developed and connected with all the facilities so that people can start their industrial operations in those areas. So, this National Small Industries Corporation is responsible for the growth of entrepreneurship in small scale industrial sector. Next organization in this series is National Institution of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, established in 1983. Its main functions are to make effective strategies and methods for entrepreneurial training, to standardize model syllabus for training, that is what to taught, all the relevant things, relevant and upgraded knowledge has to be imparted to the young and aspiring entrepreneurs. So, the syllabus needs to be updated. It also developed training aids, tools and manuals for entrepreneurial training. It keeps on regularly conducting workshops, seminar and conferences so that entrepreneurs can be educated and trained. It is also responsible for evaluating the benefits of entrepreneurship development programs and promoting the process of entrepreneurial development in the country. It also helps in supporting the government and other agencies in executing entrepreneurial development programs. It is also responsible for undertaking research and development in the field of entrepreneurship development programs so that the entrepreneurs they are exposed to the latest technology, latest knowledge. Old knowledge need not to be imparted to the entrepreneurs, it should be refined and upgraded one. So, this organization play a very crucial role in providing training and support to the entrepreneurs in India. Next organization is State Small Industries Development Corporations. The main functions are to procure and distribute scarce raw materials, to supply machinery on hire purchase basis, to provide marketing assistance to small scale industries, to construct industrial estates and sheds, to provide management assistance to production units so that they can easily manage the affair of their enterprises, and to extend seed capital assistance on behalf of state government concerned. This seed capital assistance is required in the initial stage by all the entrepreneurs, so that they can meet their initial requirement pertaining to the establishment of the business. Later on, it can be followed by venture capitalist, and in the long run an entrepreneur can go public also and can issue shares and can raise public money also. So, this way this state small industries development corporations, they also play a very important role in nurturing and supporting the entrepreneurs scattered throughout the country, in particular the small scale entrepreneurs. Next organization is Small Industries Service Institutes. Important functions are to serve as interface between central and state governments, to render technical support services, to conduct entrepreneurship development programs, to initiate promotional programs for the entrepreneurs, to provide marketing support to small entrepreneurs. As we have discussed that small entrepreneurs, they are not in a position to market their products. So, this marketing support is very crucial for such entrepreneurs. It also provide laboratory testing facilities at concessional rates to small entrepreneurs, thus serving their very vital requirement. It also conduct techno-economic surveys in district, which ultimately enable an entrepreneur to understand the feasibility of particular business area or a sector wherein they can start their entrepreneurial activities. So, this organization is also a very important organization, and since it serves as an interface between central and state government, it has a very wider and very enlarged role to play in the growth of entrepreneurship in India. Next organization is National Productivity Council. Established in 1958, it is responsible for imparting training to young and prospective entrepreneurs in India. It undertakes market survey for prospective entrepreneurs, because survey is a technical aspect. Every entrepreneur is not competent enough to undertake market surveys. So, this National Productivity Council helps in conducting regular market survey, and it share this information with prospective entrepreneurs. Then this organization is also responsible for undertaking techno-economic feasibility surveys for entrepreneurs, which determine the technical feasibility, whether technically that particular project will be sustainable in the long run or not, or whether it is economically viable. So, that can be understood with the reports. Then it also provide post investment consultancy and follow up. It is not like initial phases only the help is extended. Later on also entrepreneurs, they require help and they can approach National Productivity Council for post investment consultancy as well as follow up. It also assists the entrepreneurs in repayment of loans. That is a very important function. Similarly, it assists the small scale industries in training of workers in specific trades. There are various trades like welding, machining, lathe machine operations. So, those skills are basically addressed through the organization of small training programs to the workers, so that they can equip themselves with the necessary skills and they can operate those machines with perfection. Next organization is technical consultancy organizations. The major functions are to prepare project profiles and feasibility profiles. As we have discussed earlier, project profiles and feasibility report, they are very crucial. to undertake industrial potential surveys so that it can be ascertained whether there is market potential for a particular product or not, then to provide technical and management assistance to the entrepreneurs. It also undertake market research and surveys for specific products so that it can give vital and relevant information on time to the entrepreneurs, who can in turn adjust the product and service offerings timely. It helps in supervising and evaluating the projects also. It also provides export consultancy to entrepreneurs. It helps in conducting entrepreneurship development programs, and it also offer merchant banking services like fundraising, portfolio management, leasing, underwriting, etc. to the entrepreneurs so that they can fulfill their financial requirements in a effective manner. So, we see that the technical consultancy organizations, they provide the technical know-how and the technical support which is required for ensuring the growth of business, in particular in small scale sectors. The large entrepreneurs, they are competent enough by their own, they can arrange all these facilities, they can afford to do surveys, they can afford to hire technocrats, hire specialists, but the problem is basically for small entrepreneurs, those who are living in rural areas, suburban areas. So, for them the role of these development organizations is very crucial. I hope that you might have understood the important role played by these development organizations in the growth of entrepreneurship in our country. Thank you.